So
Had it been neglected for 10 years?
Oh, maybe occasionally.
We see
I just
some of the crappiest cars make it without a problem. I mean, I've seen people that come into our shop in the summertime, and I'm like, where did you come from? And I look, and it's got like an Arizona or California or Florida plate,
Jersey.
Alaska.
How did you get here?
I'm like, you drove this all the way? Uh-huh. And then you'll have somebody that's got a 4-year-old car that seems to be in perfect condition with 80,000 miles, and the timing belt goes out on it on a 4-hour trip. So
hard to predict. I'm just going to take a flyer here that, as concerned as you sound, and I applaud you, and it sounds like you've done a lot of work with a good mechanic. Mm-hmm. If he feels that vehicle is operational to turn it back to you, not knowing that entire conversation, I think you got a vehicle you could drive where you want to drive. I was going to make a joke that it was like.
The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
This is special coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball Opening Day 2021 on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball's Opening Day on the Big AA is brought to you in part by State Representative Trey Kelly, Days Pre-Owned Super Center in Rockmart, Bojangles Restaurant, Martin Styling Center, Lester C. Lightsey Funeral Home, Bussey's Florists and Gifts, Auto Medic, First Baptist Church of Cedartown, Greg Robertson Construction, Hope Memory Gardens, Adam Zucker Tire Company, Petro's Restaurant, Peach State Ford, Hughes Lawn Service, Andrews Tire and Wrecker Service, Ledbetter Insurance, Penny Pinchers, cost plus 10%, TNC Heating and Air, Livewire Surplus and Dingler Motor Company, Smith & Miller Funeral Home, Gammon Anderson McFall and Villarreal, Hope Veterinary Care, Sorba's Restaurant, Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive, Croker's Hardware, Cedar Valley Golf Club, and Bradford's Drugstore. Welcome to Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day here on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. We want to thank all of our sponsors who are joining us, who have made this broadcast possible. Andrew Carter and Chris Moses is with us this morning. Chris, good to have you with us on the air today.
Man, it's great to be here. It's a beautiful day out. The wind is blowing. It's a little cool, but we're ready for some baseball.
We are indeed. This is the Giants and Devil Dogs that will be starting as the pitcher is warming up for the Devil Dogs. The Giants will be batting first here in the top of the first inning. We'll be talking about these kids, and I tell you, Chris, it was a chilly morning this morning, but a very great opening ceremony this morning. All the kids, not only from Cedartown Youth Baseball, but from rec soccer and softball, all part of the opening ceremonies this morning, plus that parade.
Yes, it was. It was a great morning. You know, what I have found, there's excitement in the air with last year being a little bit different because of just all that had been going on in the country. It seems like there's excitement in the air to get baseball and soccer started this year.
No doubt about it. And Cedartown it has been ready for this day, and the Giants will lead off. And it looks like number 2 will be the first batter, and that should be Luke Henry. So he'll lead off for the Giants versus the Devil Dogs. We'll get to your starters for the Devil Dogs in a minute. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, absolutely, right down the plate there.
Number 15 is the starting pitcher for the Devil Dogs, and that is, we'll get to that here in just a moment. Temperatures this morning were in the low 40s when we started out.
Yeah.
Wine and the pitch. High and tight.
Yeah, the team is wrapped up out there. Seems like we've got some hoodies and some extra covering because of the weather, but everybody seems like they're loose, ready to play. 1
ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch on the way is going to be back to the backstop. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that one sailed a little bit.
Just a tad bit. Luke Henry, the batter. Garrett Cape will be the next batter due up here in just a minute. Then Trip Barker will be batting third here for the Giants. Two balls, one strike. Here's the pitch on the way. There's a strike called right over the plate.
Yeah, it looks like he's waiting for his pitch right now. You better be ready.
Yeah, that's right. I know everyone's excited to get started playing. You know, I just seeing the kids during the opening ceremonies, they were all excited and they had a whole bunch of that energy bottled up and were ready to get the games going today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there it is.
Yeah, there's a base hit to right field. He'll field it over there in right, throws back in to third base, and he'll be aboard with a single. So a single for Luke Henry.
Yeah, that was a solid hit there to right field.
So Henry's at first base. That'll bring up the second batter for the Giants, and that is Garrett Cape.
Yes, Garrett. Got a little equipment change there with the catcher, so something going on with his gloves.
Well, there's always, you know, being the first day, this is the day where, you know, everybody's eager to play, but sometimes you might forget something or you just never know what's going to happen. But
absolutely.
Runner at first base gets his lead. And, again, this is Dizzy Dean baseball, so
yes.
Runners can run on pitches, and he will run. There's a fly ball hit to center field. And he'll make a basket catch. Runner heads back to first base, one away.
Yeah,
and Cape is retired.
Again, a solid hit, but right in the glove to the center fielder, right to him. So we have Trip Barker. Is that what you said?
That is correct.
Trip Barker up to bat.
He wears number 7. We'll tell you about the team when we are between innings here. Wind really blowing out there. There's a pitch inside. Ball pops away. Runner's going to take second base. The throw comes toward the bag at second. 1 ball, no strikes. Just remember, with Dizzy Dean baseball, they time the games. You have an hour and a half to complete the game. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Again, we'll get to the players for the Devil Dogs when they bat in the inning. There's a strike called, throw down to third base. Will not be in time. That's going to scoot away, and here comes the runner from third. He's going to score, and that's Luke Henry, who touches the plate at home, and the Giants lead 1-0.
Yeah. I tell you, that was some smart base running there. He went ahead and took off, had the base stolen, and then on the throw had a little bit of an error, but easily around to home plate for the first score of the game.
1-0 Giants. The pitch on the way is a ball that goes back to the screen. We'll be doing, due to logistics, we'll be just doing the 2 games here on Field 3 today. There's games going on everywhere. There's softball games going on at Biggers Field over at just off Pryor Street, and then, of course, the games here at Northwest Park, and soccer games going on behind us here at Northwest Park and at Goodyear. There's a strike called. Good-looking fastball there.
Yeah, absolutely. 1-1 now is the count. No, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. Wind is blowing from right to left. The American flag there in center field is pretty stiff.
It is.
The 2-1 pitch. He went around 2-2. And I believe that's a strikeout. So that's out number 2, and that'll bring up number 8. And that, I believe, is
Cale M. So
Cale Maiden.
Maiden, okay.
So Cale Maiden, again, we're going with the roster that we get, and usually it's just the first names and with a last name there. But we've got the rosters from CYB's or their website. That's Ball Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And You can go online to Cedartown Youth Baseball, and you can find all the schedules and the rosters for all these kids, for all the teams, all 19 baseball teams from T-ball all the way up to 12U, which is this game here. Swing and a miss there.
Yeah, that was a good pitch right there as well. So it looked good, but just did not quite get a bat on it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Giants lead 1-0 over the Devil Dogs. The wind, the pitch, swing and a miss, and he's down. He's strike number 2. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah. If he connects, Andrew, it's going to go a long way, it looks like. So he's got a good swing on it.
He does. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. He's down on strikes swinging, and that'll retire the side. But the Giants jump on the board first. A 1-0 score as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors of Cedartown Youth Baseball opening day. We'll start with State Representative Trey Kelly, who is always a supporter of local youth here in Polk County. Days Pre-Owned Super Center over in Rockmart. Bought my first car from them about 7 years ago, and I appreciate the ease of it was to do that, and working with just about anybody. Days Pre-Owned Super Center. Bojangles in Cedartown. I had an egg and cheese biscuit from there this morning, and it got the morning started right. Martin Styling Center. Gary Martin, always a supporter of Cedartown Youth Baseball. The Lightsey Funeral Home, Lester C. Lightsey Funeral Home. Bussey's Florist, also a sponsor of Cedartown Youth Baseball. Automatic, also a sponsor on the old Buchanan Highway. Automatic works on just about any brand cars, even those tough to work on imports. They'll do that. And First Baptist Church of Cedartown, also a sponsor, and I'll let you do that commercial since you're right here.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Thank you. We are always looking to support the community here at First Baptist in Cedartown. We're just grateful to be able to get out here and support these kids in our community. And whenever we can do that, we love to take part in it. So thank you for having us here today.
We are glad that you're with us, and we appreciate your support as always. The starting pitcher is Trip Barker. The head coach of this team is Chris Barker, the guy that sung the national anthem in the opening ceremonies. Did a great job with that.
Yes, he did. Actually, I was real impressed by that because at about 10 o'clock in the morning, being able to do that was quite impressive.
The Giants are coached by Chris Barker. The Devil Dogs are coached by my buddy Adam Warner. And the Red Sox will play later on this afternoon. Chris Cawthorn is their coach. There's 3 teams in the 11 and 12-year-old circuit here for Cedartown Youth Baseball. The 9 and 10-year-olds are also playing today, as well as 7 and 8 and 5 and 6-year-olds. T-ball teams also playing on the fields here.
A full day of baseball and soccer and everything else. So,
and nobody, of course, the kids are definitely excited, and we know they are. But I think Cedartown's Recreation Director Jeff Hulsey was probably one of the most excited people I saw here today.
Yes, he was.
And he's done a great job leading the rec department. And also the folks with Cedartown Youth Baseball have done a great job of getting everything ready to go. All right, leadoff batter for the Devil Dogs will be number 5.
It's going to be BJ.
BJ, and we'll tell you who BJ is here in just a minute.
All right, first pitch is about to be away.
And here it is. Inside, ball 1 ball, no strikes.
He had to take cover on that pitch there, Andrew, so had to protect the body almost.
BJ, Avery, Davis, Austin, Jake, Lewis, Troy, Blake, Bryson, Sebastian, and Zaylen are all on the roster for the Devil Dogs. There's a ball that goes back to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes.
I don't know if our listeners can hear it, but that wind is picking up on that mic there on the field. Definitely, I don't know if that's affecting the pitches or not, but I know it
was affecting my knees this morning for sure. Standing outside, there's a strike called in the inside corner. 2-1 now the count to the leadoff batter for the Devil Dogs.
Yeah, I'm not sure if those polyester pants out there provide much protection for these kids either. So, and the parents.
There's a ball popped up. That'll be back behind us, and it's going to land right in front of the concession stands. Count goes to 2-2 the count.
Andrew, I'm not sure if foul balls are able to be turned in here in Cedartown for like a free Coke or a piece of candy or something. It used to be back in the day, but I don't know how things have changed. So
it could be. There's a foul ball chopped to the left side, 2 balls, 2 strikes. But I believe BJ might be Jake Blankenship.
Okay.
But we'll go with that at least for now. If it's not, we'll correct that later. Actually, it may not be. I think Jake is going to be farther down the lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a ball. 3-2.
He's definitely working the pitcher here. Got a full count.
Payoff pitch is going to bounce up there, ball 4, so he'll take first base. Runner on as BJ reaches, and that'll bring up Avery Coffin. And let me tell you something. If you want to get yourself something good to eat, visit the concession stand here. They do they do some good stuff. Pitch is a ball high, throw down to second base. Is not in time, so he's got the bag swiped, and that'll be runner at second base with nobody out here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, he got a good start there off of first base, so easily took that bag.
Here from field number 3 at Burtwood Ethan Athletic Complex. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Avery Coffin wears number 1 on his jersey. The 1-1 pitch, here it is. Outside, runner takes off for third. Throw goes down there. Good throw, he's safe. So the tying run at third base. And it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a strategy of both coaches, but they're running their players, so they are getting them around the bases.
Well, that's a difference sometimes you see. First, the 2-1 is going to be inside. Almost hit him. 3 balls and a strike. The difference between Little League and Dizzy Dean is in Dizzy Dean you can be as aggressive as you want to on the base pads, and I know in Little League you have to. There's some more stringent rules with base running.
Yeah.
There's a strike call, and that'll fill the count up 3-2 to Avery Coffin. 3-2 the count. Runner third base. Devil Dogs trying to tie it up here. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll be a strikeout. They'll have to tag him out. The runner comes about halfway home, but he'll head back to third base. That's the first out here in the bottom half of the first. And number 10 is the next batter. That's Davis Johnson. The pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Runner's going to go to the plate. He's out. Yes, sir, he is. He tries to steal home plate, and he is out. Remember what I said about aggressive base running?
Absolutely.
There it is.
They are trying everything there, but very smart heads-up play by the pitcher and the catcher coordinating that easy out there at home plate.
The count is 0-1. Now the catcher and pitcher will talk with each other. These kids here, these 12 and under, these 11 and 12-year-old kids, they're just about, I'd say, maybe 5th, 6th grade probably?
Yes, I'd say about 6th grade.
So these kids are just about, first the pitch, strike call on the outside corner, 0-2 the count. These kids are just below the level where they can play middle school ball. Mm-hmm. And this is the most direct recreation feeder program into the high school program. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. And that'll retire the side as the Giants lead 1-0 through 1 inning. But again, what we were saying is that this particular level is the one that feeds the middle school and high school programs. Yeah. And for those of you who follow high school sports here on the Big AA, you know that Cedartown baseball has some really good players, including some players who have played together since their days in Cedartown Youth Baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. And so at this point, they have got a good knowledge of the game. They've been playing up for several years, and they're right there on the cusp of having a bigger opportunity there in the school. So, yeah, a lot is learned out here on these fields during the spring and summer, and so it's exciting to see it take place here.
We're going to step aside for a moment and listen to some of our sponsors talk about themselves, and we hope you'll patronize them. It is a 1-0 lead for the Giants here as we head to the second. Back after this.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dawgs.
There are a lot of restaurants out there who talk about flavor, but let's be honest, they're all talk. Real flavor takes practice. And here at Bojangles, we've had 40 years to perfect our irresistible chicken, made from scratch biscuits, and one-of-a-kind fixins you can't find anywhere else. So those other restaurants can keep talking about flavor. Meanwhile, we'll be serving it.
Step up your sandwich game and get Bojangles Cajun Filet Chicken Sandwich today. Bojangles, it's Bo time.
And we're back here to Cedartown Youth Baseball opening day. It's really Cedartown Youth Sports opening day, as just about everybody took part today. 19 baseball teams, 17 soccer teams, and 4 softball teams took part in the opening ceremonies, and they're all playing their games today all throughout Cedartown. Andrew Carter, along with the Reverend or Pastor Chris Moses from First Baptist Church of Cedartown, joining us today.
Yes, we're glad to be here, man. Baseball, people are spread out all over the place. We're excited to see. We're surrounded by just so much activity, and as things are warming up during the day, I know that it's going to be a full day, but a fun day of youth sports here in Cedartown.
You better believe it, and we are very much excited to be part of the action here. And pitcher is number 15 for the Devil Dogs, and let's see. On their roster, I don't see a 15, so we'll just have to kind of guess who that is. If somebody's watching on Facebook and knows who he is, we're monitoring the Facebook feed, so we'll be sure to let you know if we figure that out. The Giants are batting here in the second. They lead 1-0 here in the first game of the season for the 12 and under teams. Number 11, the batter for the Giants. And I believe that is first the pitch to him is going to be back to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. That is Louis Gonzalez.
Yes, Luis.
He'll lead off the inning. Corey and Russell are also due up here in this one. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1 now.
Yeah, he took a good cut at that, but just missed it slightly.
Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll be with you for another game after this one, so be sure to stay with us. And the 1-1 pitch to Gonzalez. That one came inside on him, knocked him down on his back, but he's back up there. 2-1 the count.
Early in the season right here, this first game, I think there's a little bit of preparation. They'll find their groove with batting and pitching, and may see a few missed balls today, but
it's just part of it. Swing and a miss, and 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Like we said, there's you can practice all you want, but there's nothing like the actual game itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no substitute for the game, and when you actually get out there, it's nerves and just excitement all together for the guys. They've been ready to play for a while. There's a pitch called strike 3 right down the middle, and And Gonzalez is retired on the looking strikeout, 1 away. Good pitch there, and I wish we had the name of the pitcher because he's been throwing some good stuff there for the Devil Dogs.
He's been putting it where it needs to be. So
number 14 now is Corey Wright at the plate now for the Giants. He'll swing and miss on the first pitch to him, 0-1 the count. Temperature should warm up to the 60s today, but it sure did take a long time for it to warm up this morning during the opening ceremonies. It was quite chilly out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. I remember, I think my first opening day with WGAA was back in 2010. And it was frigid that morning, and I remember that very well. That was a very, very cold day. And here we are 11 years later, and it's still cold on the opening day. There's a bouncer foul to the left. 0-2. But I'll take cold weather and blue skies like we have today and no rain over a soggy, rainy day anytime.
Absolutely. We've had some of that this past week. And, just to speak to the grounds crew out here, the people with the department, they have done a great job keeping the fields and readying them for today. So with all the rain we had last week, for sure.
And, Chris, they had one day to do it yesterday.
Okay.
The only day that was rain-free. There's a line drive foul to the left. Boy, he hit the daylights out of that one,
yes,
but it's well foul.
Straighten that one up, and that might be even over the fence. So, and fair.
Count is still 0-2 to Corey Wright. But you're right, the folks at the Cedartown Recreation Department did a phenomenal job getting these fields ready in not much time, and all the credit goes to them. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive, left side, base hit.
Yes, that was a hard one, just past the out of the reach of the third baseman, easily to first base, and I think they've stalled him there at first, got it back into play. So that was a very nice single, a hard-hit single.
That's right. Corey Wright reaches. He's over at first base. And we'll tell you who the next batter is here in just a second. And it will be Russell Sorrell Jr. Number 4, Russell Sorrell Jr. So Russell comes to the plate now with a runner on first and one out here in the top of the second. Swung on and missed on a high pitch. 0-1 the count. Next week we've got some high school baseball back for you. We'll be on the road at Northwest Whitfield on Tuesday. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if there is a chance of rain Tuesday night if the game is early or if they move it to Monday.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 the count.
It looks like they're, again, some aggressive leads here. They're taking out on the bases, so the catcher's trying to keep him honest over there at first base. So
Wind continues to howl out there, and again, it's nice that we're up here in this wonderful press box where it's warm. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Runner heading to second base. It's going to get away from him, and the runner will he didn't know he could head. Well, of course, first base was occupied. I guess he could have gone to first base, but he decided not to, and he'll strike out for out number 2. Runner does move up, though, to second base. Up next is Benjamin Brown. Runner at second base with 2 outs now. The pitch. A hard pitch, caught a strike, and it gets away from the catcher, and the runner will move over to third base. 0-1 the count. Ben Brown wears number 1, Benjamin Brown.
Well, we have a runner in position, ready to score.
Giants scored a run in the first inning, and they've got their second run over at third base. 0-1 pitch. There's a strike call. That's a good-looking pitch. This kid, and again, 15 for the Devil Dogs. He might have himself a spot on the middle school team next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is throwing well on the hill. The 0-2 just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and as the innings progress, it seems like he's getting it more dialed in. So for sure, he's building some confidence up there on the mound. Actually, he's checking the runner over at third base.
He is safe. He did. He threw over there to third base to see if the runner was leaning off the bag. He gets back there safely. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner with a big lead from third base. The pitch is inside. It gets away from the catcher. The second run will score. The runner will. It was a strikeout, and he goes over to first base, and he'll be up there at first.
Yeah, I think the coach will talk to the pitcher on that one. I think he could have easily probably got him over at third. He had taken a substantial lead there, but with that strike like it was, he took off to the plate and easily scored.
Batter is still at the plate, so it looks like he'll be. It was a ball, apparently.
Yeah, it was.
There's
okay.
a strike 3 call, and the inning is over. But the Giants add another run, Chris, and it's 2-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second. We'll break away for a few sponsors and come back with the second inning. Cedartown Youth Baseball opening day on the Big Double A. We'll return.
It's Martin Styling Center, 409 North Main Street in Cedartown, the place to go to get a great haircut and for some great conversation as well. Gary Martin at Martin Styling Center is a proud supporter of Cedartown Youth Baseball and Cedartown Youth Baseball opening day here on the Big Double A. Call Gary at 770-748-6791 to set up your appointment closed on Sundays and Mondays. Gary Martin and Martin Styling Center, 409 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-6791. Bussey's Florists and Gifts in downtown Cedartown has been the area's leading wedding specialist since 1976. No matter how large or small your wedding, the professionals at Bussey's can help with every detail. Call 770-748-4055 to schedule your personal wedding consultation with a Bussey's wedding specialist. They also have great new merchandise arriving daily. Stop in to Bussey's Florists and Gifts in historic downtown Cedartown or at the Central Plaza Shopping Center in Rome. That's Bussey's Florists and Gifts, a proud supporter of Cedartown Youth Baseball on the Big Double A.
Is your home in need of a facelift or repair? Whatever you might need can be handled by the professionals at Greg Robertson Construction. Greg can handle the big jobs and he will do the small jobs too. If you need a recommendation from someone, then you can ask anyone in my family. Greg remodeled my parents' home and they have been thrilled with the results. Greg is licensed and insured and will not only oversee the work is done, but he'll be there working himself. So don't take a chance with your most valuable possession. Let the professionals at Greg Robertson Construction do that repair or remodel for you. That's Greg Robertson Construction. Call him at 770-748-7619 or 706-236-5577 and tell him Anna sent you.
For over half a century, Polk Memory Gardens has been dedicated to serving Polk County and the surrounding areas for all of your cemetery needs. They offer families the opportunity to make pre-need and at-need arrangements for their lots, markers, vaults, and their mausoleums and niches. They also offer in-house financing. You can stop by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, at 2245 Rockmart Highway or reach them by phone at 770-748-5842. That's Polk Memory Gardens, locally owned and operated. A proud supporter of Cedartown Youth Baseball on the Big Double A.
Welcome back. It's the bottom half of the second. The Giants lead 2-0 over the Devil Dogs. It's the 12 and under game. And leading off for the Devil Dogs is number 9, and we'll get that name for you here in just a moment. We'll go back over. That's Austin, and that'd be Austin Dowdy. Hits one on the ground to third base, bobbles for a moment, and he'll have no play. He will throw over to first anyway. That one gets away. And the runner will stay put at first as he had not peeled away going to the bag. So a leadoff base runner for the Devil Dogs.
Yeah. You know, could have been a routine play to third, but just popped out of his glove just a tad and hampered the throw over to first. So easily there to first base, and he goes all the way to second.
That pitch was. Looks like they're going to send him back to first. Yeah. Maybe time was called.
Yeah, I think so. I think the batter in the batter circle needed to get over behind, and so I think the umpire called that for just a moment. So maybe that was a free pitch.
Next batter up is Jake Blankenship, number 7. That one is a strike. The pitch was in the dirt, and the runner will be over at second base. 0-1 the count. Great turnout to opening day here, and first the 0-1 pitch. Grounded on to short. He'll throw to first base, got the out. Runner moves over to third. Out number 1.
Yeah. He advanced the runner into just great position to score, but got that out over at first. So that was a good play by our shortstop. Very sound, fundamental. In the glove, out of the glove to first base, like it's supposed to be.
Runner at third with 1 out. Devil Dogs trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch on the way. That one inside on the other side, and a good catch there by the catcher to keep that in front. Number 3 at the plate is Luis Barrera. Number 3 in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1 now to him. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 2-0 lead for the Giants here at field number 3 at Burtwood Youth and Athletic Complex. And again, the flag's still blowing from right to left. And Barrera fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, the count. Had a doubleheader down in Carrollton last night, Cedartown versus the Central Lions. Won both games of the doubleheader, and then they finished the game Monday that was suspended for lightning last night and won that one.
Wow.
Hit in the air and fouled down the right side. The count will stay at 1-2. So the Dogs sweep the Central Lions, and they're 6-0 in region play.
That's incredible. Got a good group of kids out there this year. So I haven't had an opportunity to go and see them live. I've watched a little bit of the broadcast over the last couple of weeks, but good team Cedartown has put together.
That one goes back to the backstop. Runner will head to the plate, and he is safe. The tag was just above him, and the Devil Dogs are on the board now. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I think they actually took a little bit of the, a little piece of the playbook there of aggressive base running like the Giants have been doing, so it paid off for them.
Yes, indeed. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Pitcher looks in as Barrera is at the plate with a 2-2 count. Nobody on base now after the runner scores from third. Swung on and missed on a pitch that was in the dirt, and that's out number 2. He will not advance. I don't think he quite knows if the count. He'll send it back to the plate. I guess there was not 2 strikes on him.
Yeah.
See, again, that's how it goes on opening day. Even yours truly makes mistakes.
Absolutely.
Goodness knows I do all the time. So we think the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was a strikeout.
Hey,
I think
Andrew,
the umpire lost the count.
Andrew,
Maybe I was
think
correct.
You were right, man. I was thinking he might have thought it was tipped or something. That's why he kept him there. But, yeah, he had the fouls off to the right. And so, yeah, he missed that certainly. So, yeah, 2 outs now.
Troy Partain now to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Drops that one in for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, I think I always you get into the ball game and you kind of forget the little details of that, trying to keep up with the numbers. And
Partain swings and misses. It's 0-2 now with 2 out in the bottom of the second. Giants trying to get out of here without surrendering another run. There's a pitch that missed outside, 1-2. Talking about the crowd here today, Chris, it was a great crowd, and you probably know that for a fact because when you came in here, I'm sure you had some trouble finding somewhere to park, and probably took you a while to get in. You mentioned the line was pretty tough.
Yeah, it was substantial, as he takes a ball there. Coming in, this is my first opening day here in Cedartown, being able to come out, and I didn't realize that I'd be waiting in line. It's about like a college football game coming in.
Boy, let me tell you, this has been a big deal, and it's always been a big deal. The 2-2 is low and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's always a big deal for opening day, but especially I think this year because of the shutdowns last year. We didn't get to have a spring season in 2020, and First and 3-2. Swung on and missed. That is out number 3. And the side retied here in the second inning. But, yes, I think the excitement it's always there, but I think the excitement was even more prevalent because of the fact that there was no baseball last spring, and these kids are ready to go. Not to mention Cedartown Recreation Department coming together with Cedartown Youth Baseball to have an opening day ceremony for all the kids, including baseball, softball, and the growing soccer program for the rec department. We head now to the third. It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants over the Devil Dogs, not the Dirt Dogs, the Devil Dogs.
But there is a Dirt Dog out there.
There's a Dirt
Dog on the roster. There is, I think they are part of the 5-6-year-old division. So we have Dirt Dogs. There's a 9 and 10 Dirt Dogs. So, yeah, a lot of dogs out here today.
Want to thank our opening day sponsors on the Big Double A, Greg Robertson Construction Company. I talked to Greg the other day, and he was very happy to sponsor us, and we do appreciate all the work he does. Polk Memory Gardens, Adam Zucker Tire Company, Petro's Restaurant, Peach State Ford. Arthur Banks at Peach State Ford does wonderful things for our community. I bought my truck from Peach State Ford, my current vehicle now, and had a great experience there, and want to thank Peach State Ford for their sponsorship of just about everything we do on the Big Double A. Also, Hughes Lawn Service. They cut our grass at the radio station. He could cut your grass too. You can call him at 706-266-0965, and he'll do a good job. He cuts the grass at my house, and he also does a great job there. I think our mic might have lost battery power out there, so we may just have to do this game without without sound the rest of the day. But,
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, Petro's Restaurant, mentioned Peach State Ford, Hughes Lawn Service, Andrews Tire and Wrecker Service, Ledbetter Insurance, Penny Pinchers, TNC Heating and Cooling, and Livewire Surplus and Dingler Motor Company. Also, I want to thank Smith & Miller Funeral Home, Gammon, Anderson McFall, and Villarreal, Polk Veterinary Care, Zorba's Restaurant, Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive, Croker's Hardware, Cedar Valley Golf Club, and Bradford's. And the pitch goes back to the backstop. And game 2, we'll have to go out there and replace that battery. So,
it provides a little bit of a real time of what's happening on the field. So,
yes.
So that'll help us.
If you're watching, at least you can kind of see what's going on out there. But here in the third inning, it's a 2-1 lead for the Giants.
You know, Andrew, I know our people don't see the field beside me, but I'm looking over at our T-ball field, and that is a entertaining game right now. So I know that if they're watching this one, if they ever have an opportunity to see the little kids, it's entertaining to see that happen over there.
And they don't even keep score over there. They just that's the level where you just you learn the game, you learn the basics, and the coaches out there, the coaches are telling everybody where to go, and that's where you learn the basics of the game right there.
Yeah, you fall in love with it either at that point. You either love it or you hate it at that point, I would assume.
Well, I love baseball, but I don't have an athletic bone in my body, and I only went through 2 years of T-ball.
There you go.
But T-ball was it for me. But it was a lot of fun for sure. The batter for the Giants will be number 9, and I think we've gone through. And again, with youth baseball, it's not exactly the same rules as you would have for a normal game. There could be 10 batters in the lineup, 10 or 11 batters in the lineup. You just don't know. But again, that's just how it goes here. Yeah. Top of the third inning, first pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I think it's about exposure at this point. You're exposing them to the game, and then at that point, as they get older, they'll have opportunities to really hone those skills. Like you were saying earlier, in the middle school and the high school levels, that's where really it takes shape.
This is probably first the pitch. Bounced up there. Count as 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see, this is probably Jace. Yeah, I believe it is Jace.
Yeah, I'm not sure of his last name. I think it starts with an F. So we got that.
Fuchs is his last name.
Okay.
And you'll take that one inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes.
Wind's still out there, man. We don't have that mic to pick it up, but it's still going pretty strong out there. Still blowing.
Between innings, we may just throw a long break on the. There's a strike called, 3 balls and a strike. We might just throw a long break on between innings and go down there and get that taken care of. You know, a lot of people wouldn't matter to them, but anyone who knows me and knows how I am with radio, I'm obsessed with sound.
Yes.
So, you know, having the ambient sound out there to me is so important to have.
Well, it helps the audience to not just see it on the screen or hear it on the radio. We are sight, sound. God created us that way.
That's right.
It's like that. We need all of the senses to be impacted and to have the experience that we need for this game.
Jace is struck out looking, so he'll head to the dugout, one away, and we'll continue with number 9. This is Peyton Henderson. So Henderson will be at the plate with 1 out, top of the 3rd inning, in a 2-1 lead for the Giants. A close game here in the first game of the season for Cedartown Youth Baseball 2021.
Yeah, so they just actually bat through the lineup and then they start back up. So they don't just play the 9 in the field. They will bat all the way through their 12 and then back to 1, right?
I believe so. And that's a swing and a miss there. Nothing in 1 the count. So
everybody has an opportunity.
The pitch. Strike called. Nothing in 2. I believe Jet Hunt would be the next batter up for the 12 and under Giants. Devil Dogs on defense now. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called.
Struck him out. Now that BJ, he's continuing to do a great job there on the mound, number 15, for the Devil Dogs, and doing a great job out there, commanding. He's doing what he needs to do, taking care of business.
And now Jet Hunt will be the batter. We'll go back to the top of the order after him. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 3rd for the Giants. The pitch. Swung on, a fly ball hit to right field, and it'll drop for a base hit. And that'll be a 2-out base hit there for Jet Hunt. He'll be at first. And we'll head back to the top of the order.
Yeah, he put it right where it needed to be, right there, probably about 20 feet in front of the right fielder, and fell right in for an easy single.
I believe it will be Luke Henry. He's wearing his Nike hoodie, so we can't really tell what his number is.
That's right.
But we'll go with that. It should be, unless they change the order around. Runner on first, 2 out. And Luke Henry at the plate. He'll hit one on the ground towards second base on a few hops. He'll throw to first. He is out at first base, just barely got him. And I think if they have that to do over again, they'll probably just tag the runner coming by.
Yeah, he took the hard route to make that long throw there. He could have easily tagged the runner or just flipped it over to the second baseman. But that's why make it so easy. Let's go the hard way, Andrew.
Well, that's okay.
Still got that 3rd out to end the inning.
Bottom half of the 3rd coming up. We're going to take this break, and we'll come back with the start of the bottom half here in just a moment. 2-1 the score through 2.5.
Come in for a free tire inspection and score big at Adam Zucker Tire Company across from the courthouse in historic downtown Cedartown. Adam Zucker offers the largest selection of tires and tubes in northwest Georgia. Check their competitive prices on tires, tubes, batteries, along with oil changes, brakes, air conditioning, alignments, tune-ups, and tire repairs on all tires from lawnmowers to farm tractors. And don't forget, Adam Zucker offers roadside assistance. Adam Zucker is now open on Wednesday afternoon, and Adam Zucker says, go get 'em Bulldogs. Petro's Restaurant, the finest Italian-American cuisine in northwest Georgia. A menu full of goodness. At Petro's, you can choose from home-baked lasagna, chicken specialties, USDA top choice Black Angus steak, and quality seafood. Petro's offers you pizza, pasta, hamburgers, steaks, and shrimp. Petros, where good food and good service and a clean environment have been our #1 priority for over 41 years. Petros even has a private dining room available for your party events. The Marangakis family welcomes you to Petros. Petros located at 1785 Buchanan Highway 27 South. Call them at 770-748-0072. That's Petros Restaurant.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Now is the time to start thinking about lawn care, not when the grass is knee-high. Hughes Lawn Service can give you a free estimate to get your lawn looking great. Mark Hughes handles residential and commercial lawns, takes care of grass cutting, weed eating, and big and small lawn maintenance. He's fast and dependable. Call Mark for a free estimate and find out how reasonable his rates are. 706-266-0965. Get your lawn looking great with Hughes Lawn Service. 706-266-0965.
Chad Ledbetter at Ledbetter Insurance, 106 East Avenue, right here in Cedartown. Ledbetter Insurance always has the best service and prices, and it's a great place to do business. And Ledbetter Insurance looks forward to meeting all of your insurance needs. Give him a call, 770-748-3191.
Thanks, Steve. That's Ledbetter Insurance Company, a proud supporter of Cedartown Youth Baseball, right here on the Big Double A. Ledbetter Insurance Company on East Avenue in Cedartown. For all of your heating and cooling needs, call TNC Heating and Cooling in Cedartown. They service, repair, and install the best around. Train. It's hard to stop a train. Todd says if you can't take the heat, don't lose your cooling. Call TNC Heating and Cooling in Cedartown at 770-748-9782. That's 770-748-9782. Todd, Davina, or Christian will take care of you. That's 748-9782. Bottom half of the third inning, Cedartown is Cedartown Youth Baseball in the Big Double A, and it is a 2-1 lead for the Giants over the Devil Dogs. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, and it's a 2-2 count now. Pitches inside. Ambient sound is back, folks.
Yes, got a fresh battery ready to go. So
now you don't just hear a radio guy and a preacher.
That's it. That's it.
The count is full now on the pitch inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's not that we don't mind talking, Andrew. We can feel it, but just can't quite replicate that sound.
3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. Batter is not, now he knows.
That's right.
And he's wearing a hoodie, so again, I can't really tell who it is. I could go down the list here. And the head coach is going to go out to the pitching mound and talk to the guy, the coach for the Devil Dogs. That's Adam Warner, who's the
the coach for the coach for the Giants came out. He was just going to talk with his pitcher a little bit about maybe just settling down a little bit, seeing too many balls, and want to try to keep it in there. Just at least let them hit it and give an opportunity for the defense.
Pitch is low, and the runner will take second base uncontested. 1 ball, no strikes. Got a little guy at the plate now for the Devil Dogs. We're not sure exactly who he is, but there's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, on a cool day like this, they have their hoodies on, and so we can't see numbers, and but that's okay.
That's perfectly okay.
But I know those parents in the stands, they know exactly who they are. So
swing and a miss. It's 1-2. That one bounced up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think this is Bryson Reddish at the plate.
Okay.
Swung on and missed, and he's out for
I think that's
the first out of the inning. Yes.
First out, yes.
So Bryson Reddish is retired. That'll bring up number 11. That is Sebastian Cruz. Runner at second base. The wind still blowing out there. That's not going to die down anytime soon.
Absolutely.
The pitch. Strike call down the middle. 0-1 the count. Zaylen Voiles would be next. There's a little bouncer hit to second base. Bobbled for a moment, still has time to throw him out, and he does. Runner moves over to third base, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, so we have a runner now on third with Zaylen up.
The pitcher, BJ, and again, I believe that is going to be Billy Flemister, the pitcher, is on deck. Strike called. 0-1 the count to Zaylen Voiles. He's BJ on the roster, but the only person left that we haven't talked about is Billy Flemister. There's a bouncer foul left side, and the count is 0-2. Wind continues to howl out there on a cool mid-March morning. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. The runner left stranded at third base. So we head to the fourth, where the Giants lead 2-1. We want to thank you for joining us for this special presentation of WGAA Sports, Cedartown Youth Baseball Opening Day 2021. We'll come back with the fourth inning after this word.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Get more water when you want it with a Maytag Deep Fill option that lets you choose from deeper water levels on select cycles. Find your Maytag Top Load washer at Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings today. 539 West Avenue in Cedartown, 770-748-7936, www.rudywoods.com. That's Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, 539 West Avenue in Cedartown. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time, 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Hey sports fans, Jeff Bailey here with Days Pre-Owned Supercenter in Rockmart. Come find out why we're the conference champs in the car business. You get a Days deal once, you become a Days customer for life. If you want to be a winner, the next time you're in the market for a vehicle, come to Days Pre-Owned Supercenter. We're closer than you think, right across from Rockmart High School on Highway 113. Check us out at daysrockmart.com, and remember, today is the day. Enjoy the game.
Welcome you back to Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day. Andrew Carter with Pastor Chris Moses from First Baptist Church of Cedartown as the Giants, 12 and under Giants, lead the Devil Dogs by a score of 2-1 here as we start the fourth inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tight game so far, but I think everybody's been in the action in some way, whether it be batting or running or throwing. It's been a good day.
It really has. Pitcher continues his warm-up tosses here. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. for Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day. A few games on the radio for you. 12 and under games, Giants and Devil Dogs. We'll have game 2 following the conclusion of this one. Leading off for the Giants will be number 6, Garrett Cape. And the pitch is inside to him. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that was about at his kneecap right there, literally.
One ball and no strikes. Garrett Cape again at the plate for the Giants. 1-0 pitch. That one almost hit him, goes inside. 2 balls, no strikes now the count to Garrett Cape. I think Garrett is Thomas Cape's son, and Thomas Cape, of course, works at Smitty's Barbershop, and he's also a pastor as well.
Pastor over at Eastview, yes,
That's
absolutely,
right.
here in town.
He's a good man. He's married to Brittany Cape, who I graduated high school with. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Missed away. 3 balls, no strikes.
A little bit of inconsistency here for this inning. It's not. He's been very throwing some really good strikes here recently.
Yeah.
So.
Well, BJ started so strong, and now he's in a bit of a jam here. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Garrett Cape. The pitch. There's a strike called. 3-1.
Yep, threw it when he needed to. So.
Right on the top of the hour of 12 o'clock. We're into the afternoon this Saturday on a beautiful day in Polk County. The 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Strike 2 called down the middle. Drop that one in there, right below the knees. Garrett is in a little bit of a disbelief there on the call, but looked pretty close. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, here it is. There's a little fly ball hit to the left side, third baseman underneath. He makes the squeeze. 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, it's a pretty routine little fly ball there over to third base, but he handled it pretty well. So it's a good first out there. Good to see the ball moving around a little bit.
Really is indeed. So Cape is retired. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Trip Barker, the batter now for the Giants. Kel Maiden is waiting on deck. And the pitch to Parker. Got a strike called. 0-2 the count. 30 minutes left in this game here in the 4th inning. Started about an hour ago.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this league. You just set the timer, and when that timer's up, whoever's ahead, you win. So,
strike, no, high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You finish the inning you're in after the clock stops. I do believe that's how it goes. But if it's in the bottom half, I think whoever's in the top of the inning has to continue to play, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one's upstairs 2-2. It's a rule that I'm not as familiar with, just because baseball is a game that traditionally is not timed. Once you get past this level, they keep the time here so you don't have games going to all hours of the night, especially when we have games during the week. And there's a swing and a miss, and he's retired on strikes, 2 outs. So after BJ got into a bit of trouble with a leadoff batter, had a 3-0 count, came back and struck him out, and then struck out the next batter he faces.
Yeah, I think he settled down here in this inning, and definitely commanding on the mound right now.
Kel Maiden out to the plate, a left-handed hitter. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 4th. The wind, the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Again, if you weren't able to join us last night, the Cedartown Bulldogs baseball team got 3 wins last night. A doubleheader win, and then they finished the suspended game from Monday. That pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. They swept the Central Lions 3 games, and now it's a 6-0 region record for the Bulldogs. They've got probably the best team in the region next week. They head to Northwest Whitfield, take on the Bruins on Tuesday. There's a ball, line foul down the left side. 1-2 the count now. Doubleheader at Cedartown on Friday next week. A lot of people turned out this morning as well for the Cedartown Youth Sports Parade, something that we may have done before, but it's been a long time since we've done it here. And really a lot of folks turned out for that. Ball 2 is low in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes, but a huge turnout for the parade, and I think that just shows how much our community appreciates these kids.
Yes, absolutely.
And supports them. 2-2 the count. BJ will look in, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and just got a piece to stay alive. Fouled it back.
You know, it's either the parents are just ready to get the kids out of the house off the Xbox or something, Andrew. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is great. So kids out playing, that's a wonderful thing. Whatever sport it is, get them out of the house and get them out doing something.
Pitch on the way.
There it is.
There's the one hit up the middle, and that'll be a base hit with 1 out, or with 2 outs rather, for Maiden. He'll be at first base. So that's a good base hit with 2 outs, as the Giants are trying to add to their 2-1 lead.
Yes. Somebody has picked up the fact that they're being broadcast here on the Big AA. So
they're on TV.
That's right.
You are on TV. There's the pitch to the next batter. It's going to be low. 1 ball, no strikes. Gonzalez, the batter. Louis Gonzalez.
Yeah, and he's the catcher, I believe.
I think you're right. .26 minutes to play in this game. BJ delivers. Hit on the ground to shortstop. He stops the ball. He'll toss to second, and they get the force there at second base, and that'll end the inning.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball, but it was handled there by the shortstop for an easy out there at second base. So
we'll head now to the bottom half of the 4th. It's Giants 2 and Devil Dogs 1. Back after this timeout here on the Big AA.
This is Brad McFall of the law firm Gammon McFall Villarreal, which has been serving the Cedartown and Polk County community continuously since 1970. Originally founded by Wayne Gammon and Joe Anderson, the firm is now comprised of Wright Gammon, Brad McFall, and Brian Villarreal. We specialize in problem solving in a variety of fields, including domestic relations, personal injury, workers' compensation, and criminal defense. Give us a call at 770-748-2815.
The caring and experienced professionals at Smith & Miller Funeral Home are here to support you through your difficult time. You can count on Smith & Miller Funeral Home to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and they'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. The staff at Smith & Miller Funeral Home invites you to call them at any time of the day, any day of the week for immediate assistance. 678-901-1234. Smith & Miller Funeral Home. Honoring life and celebrating memories.
Honey, did you hear that?
Huh? Hear what?
The car. Can't you hear it? See, dear, I told you there was a noise.
When you feel like you're the only one that can hear that funny noise in the engine, go to AutoMedic on Buchanan Highway. AutoMedic can not only hear it, they can fix it. They're experts in diagnosing those hard-to-find leaks, creaks, and mystery noises. Whether you need tires or your air conditioning serviced, Automedic has got you covered from bumper to bumper. They specialize in Toyotas, Nissans, and Hondas, as well as Lexus, Infiniti, and Acura luxury lines. Call today, 770-748-0334. Automedic at 4582 Buchanan Highway, just off Highway 27 South. Look for the Automedic signs.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. Livewire Surplus has everything you need to get your yard in top shape for spring. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Bottom half of the fourth underway. Andrew Carter and Chris Moses with you here as the pitcher for the Devil Dogs is leading off. BJ is his name.
Yeah, he just sent a ball over his head right then. So I don't know if he's trying to intimidate him a little bit or what with that first pitch.
That one bounced up there. It's 2 balls, no strikes now to BJ. We believe that's BJ Flemister.
Yeah, first time I ever pitched, Andrew, back in the day, I actually hit the first batter I actually faced, but went on to have a pretty successful outing that night. So just have to settle down. You just have to settle down.
2 balls and 1 strike. Some of the best pitchers ever have had play times when they hit batters. There's a pitch that just missed inside, 3-1 the count. You know, Greg Maddox has hit batters before in big games.
That's right.
You know, the big unit, you wouldn't want to be hit by the big unit.
No, that will leave a mark for sure.
No doubt about it. And all those are Hall of Famers there. There's a pitch that is going to be ball 4, so the runner will take his base.
You know, Andrew, I'm excited not just only with baseball here, but you know, the thought of being able to go back to Atlanta to a game this year.
Man, I have missed that so much. You know, when the Braves had another great season last year, winning their 3rd consecutive Eastern Division title, they allowed fans when they played the postseason in the bubble down in Texas, and at least in the NLCS, and it was good to have some fans in the stands. There's a pitch inside, throw will not be made to second base, and he's got it swiped. So BJ will be at second base. But yeah, I can't wait. I've been missing. I always love to go to at least one Atlanta Braves game a year, and Rome Braves too, and they're going to be back this year too.
Yep,
that's good news. Runner takes off for third, pitches a strike, no throw to third, and he will be safe over at third base.
Yeah, I think the coaches has informed them just to go ahead and run. They're trying to get that run that's going to tie them up, and maybe even another to. I think they're looking at the clock and realizing that if they're going to score, they need to do it now.
The batter is Avery Coffin. He's at the plate with the runner at third. Pitch. That one just missed. Like a pretty close pitch, but no call. Count is, I guess, looks like the count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tying run, by the way, is at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's a big strikeout.
For the first out.
1 away, the runner still at third. And next up is Davis Johnson. Pitch on the way to him. Strike call. Nothing and 1 the count. And speaking of the Braves, the Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball team, they're going to play in the Rome Braves Invitational Saturday, a week from today, against the Rome Wolves at 7 p.m. at State Mutual Stadium. That one pops away. The catcher is going to recover it, but the runner will not try from third. And the tying run stays at third base.
Yeah, he thought about it, but about halfway down, he decided to slow up and head on back to third.
The count is 1-1 with 1 out. So exciting for the Cedartown Bulldogs, a chance to play in a minor league baseball stadium. The 1-1 swung on and missed. It's 1-2. And personally for me, an exciting opportunity for me to broadcast in a minor league baseball stadium. which is kind of a dream come true for me. I'm sure it'll be a dream come true for the Bulldogs to be able to play a game at State Mutual Stadium as well.
Yeah,
it's such a nice facility.
Yeah, I've not had an opportunity to go up to the Rome Braves, but I've been told it's a good experience to go up there. It's not far, not too expensive. You can go out with the family and just enjoy a good night at the ball field. So,
2 balls, 2 strikes. I remember one of our opening days, the Rome Braves sent down their mascots to our opening day, and that was pretty cool as well. The 2-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, out number 2. That's another big strikeout for the young hurler for the Giants, Trip Barker.
Yeah, I know the Devil Dogs are trying to get this run to at least tie this thing up here this inning. They would not want to strand him, but that's how baseball is. So we got one more opportunity here.
Alston Dowdy now here in the bottom half of the 4th. 18 minutes. We'll go to the next inning, I'm sure.
Yes.
With the 18 minutes to play on the timer here. The tying run at third base, there are 2 out. The pitch, swung on and missed. He had a big cut, and he came up empty.
Yeah, I think he was looking to the fence on that one. He was ready to put it out of here. Which I think with this wind, Andrew, maybe a good shot to left field may actually be assisted a little bit.
Yeah, the wind blowing to the left, partly out of the ballpark. Pitch to Dowdy is going to be back to the backstop. Here comes the tying run. He slides in, safe. 2-2 tie.
Easily in, and again, very smart base running by the Devil Dogs there to send a runner in and to tie the game, 2-2.
That changes the feel of this game all the way around. Now Alston Dowdy has a 1-1 count, and the bases are empty.
1-1.
Tripp delivers, swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Another good cut at it, just a little bit off the bat.
For those of you watching or listening, if you have a family member on either of these teams, be sure you text and call everybody and let them know that this game is on Facebook Live and on the radio as well, if you don't have social media. There's a ball hit on the ground, past shortstop, through for a base hit.
And it's actually missed by the left fielder, so he's actually running on to second base.
The throw comes into second, goes over his head. He'll stop there as the first baseman backs up, so that'll be a double for him.
Yeah. It was a hard hit ball, too, as well. I told you he was swinging, had 2 really good cuts at it. So got a hold of that one and easily into second.
So the go-ahead run for the Devil Dogs is at second base with 2 out. Alston Dowdy with that double. And now Jake Blankenship will be the batter. A chance to put the Devil Dogs on top for the first time today. Runner plays off the bag at second base. The pitch. That one goes back to the backstop, and that'll move him over to third base. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, this is definitely changing. This is an opportunity for the Devil Dogs to actually not just tie up the game, but to put a runner on, put an extra score on the board. So,
and that could play a big role in the top half of the 5th coming up in a moment. Swing and a miss there by Jake Blankenship. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The runner's edge away. He's at third base. The go-ahead run is there. The pitch swung on and missed. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This has been a great first game here. Just a tight game, low scoring, very well played defensively, good pitching, timely hitting. The 1-2 pitch just missed outside and a little bit high as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Alston Dowdy over at third base. I love the intensity over there. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, it is.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 run in. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side here in the 4th. But the Devil Dogs score and tie this one up 2-2 with 14 minutes left on the timer for this game. this top of the fifth should be a very, very intense one. So we'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. So you stay with us as we continue with more Cedartown Youth Baseball on the Big Double A. Zorba's Restaurant has been a staple in Cedartown for years. They offer you a variety of foods with many wonderful choices of steaks, seafood, fish, pasta, salads, and mouth-watering desserts. They invite you to come by for lunch or dinner soon. Call 770-748-8490 for takeout. Zorba's is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Dine in or take out. That's Zorba's Restaurant, located at 805 North Main Street in Cedartown. Polk Veterinary Care on North Main Street in Cedartown would like to wish all the Cedartown youth baseball players, coaches, and officials a successful season. Play safe and have fun from Todd Hughes and the staff at Polk Veterinary Care in Cedartown. Call them today at 770-748-0173 or stop by their location on North Main Street in Cedartown across from Kroger. That's Polk Veterinary Care, a proud sponsor of Cedartown Youth Baseball here on the Big Double A. Along with Pastor Chris Moses of the First Baptist Church of Cedartown, I'm Andrew Carter on the Big Double A as we begin the top half of the fifth inning in a tied ball game in this 12 and under matchup between the Giants and the Devil Dogs on opening day 2021 of Cedartown Youth Baseball. Had a wonderful morning, had the parade at 9 a.m. and a huge amount of folks came by to watch the parade. And, of course, the opening ceremonies, which was very, very well attended, and a lot of folks were just so glad to be here. A lot of work went into getting this game, this day, really ready to go. We mentioned Cedartown Recreation Director Jeff Hulsey, who really, him and his staff only had 1 day to get these fields ready after all the rain we had. We probably had 2.5, 3 inches of rain between Monday and Friday. And they had that one dry day to get everything ready. And it's hard enough to mow your own grass at home. Mm-hmm. Think about all the fields they had to do with their staff, and they did a fantastic job.
Yes, they did, Andrew. I was just mentioning that earlier, how they were able to do it, and it doesn't look like there has been really any major rain here. They've tended to the fields. The infields look really good, not muddy. And so shout out to all the crew here at the Cedartown Park and Rec. Getting this together. All the fields look great.
They really do. And some more good news, of course. There'll be some additional fields here, some fields that hadn't been used in many years. Of course, the Senior League field, or I guess what you would call the Pony League back in the day. They're using the old Senior League field as a T-ball field this year, or for today at least, but they have used it in the past for softball. We've held a couple of softball tournaments here at Burtwood Youth and Athletic Complex, and have been successful doing that. And there's going to be all kinds of travel tournaments here throughout the spring and summer. And of course, Cedartown is very happy to host anybody who's willing to come. The Giants and Devil Dogs tied 2-2 in the top of the fifth inning, and the Giants will come to the plate here in the fifth.
Yeah, it's going to come down to this inning here.
Absolutely.
We've got about 10.5 minutes left on the clock here. So, tied game. This is got to make it count here. So, looks like the coach is going to have a conference with the umpire.
Probably adjusting a few roster changes here or there. In addition to baseball games, some softball games going on today. 4 softball teams and 17 soccer teams playing today as well. The football fields here at Northwest Park are being utilized for soccer, and not to mention the Goodyear fields, or Goodyear Field, just one field now, also being utilized as well. And we're just very happy to be able to have the opportunity to do this. The coach again is talking with the home plate umpire just to make sure that everything is ready to go. There might be a lineup change or a defensive change or some sort, but we'll just go with it here. Top of the fifth, the Giants batting, and he'll hit one on the ground toward third base. It's number 14, The throw to first is not in time. It's going to go over the head of the first baseman, and he'll head to second base. This is Corey Wright, and he'll be there standing. He goes off the bag, but he'll not try it. So that's a big first hit for the Giants. A runner on second with nobody out.
Yeah, absolutely. A good heads-up base running again there to see that ball pass the first base runner, and he headed on to second base. So, yeah, very good, solid start to the top of the fifth inning.
Russell Sorrell Jr. now at the plate. He cuts on him. He started before the home plate umpire was behind the plate.
These kids are ready to go, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, the umpire's down here returning a bat, and he goes ahead and pitches the ball. So
that's not going to count, obviously.
Yeah. He gets one extra strike at it. So
no count. To this point, runner at second base. The pitch on the way to Sorrell is going to bounce up there. It's going to go back to the backstop, and he'll be at third base. The go-ahead run for the Giants is standing at third with a one-ball, no-strike count, nobody out.
Yeah, I think one of the keys to this game has been the base running. I believe they've just had a heads up on things. And
1-0 pitch. Gets back to the backstop. Here comes the runner. He is going to score standing, and the Giants are back on top now by a score of 3-2 on that wild pitch. It's a 2-0 count. Base is empty now. And that's a big run for the Giants here in this, what's probably going to be the final inning.
Yes.
We'll have the second game this afternoon coming up with the conclusion of this one. I'll have to check the schedule for Cedartown Youth Baseball. By the way, all of the games, all the scheduled games are on the Cedartown Youth Baseball website. And I'll give you that website here in a moment as soon as I Google it and find out what it is. But Cedartown Youth Baseball, their website is cedartownyouthbaseball.com, as self-explanatory there.
Andrew, you are a great multitasker up here in the booth, man. You have all of your toys out trying to figure out with all the information, but you're providing it very well to the audience here. So,
well, these Devil Dogs are going to play again at 2 p.m. this afternoon, maybe a little bit earlier, against the Red Sox. And then the Red Sox will play at 5 p.m. tonight against the Giants. So we'll get we'll get all three teams for the 12 and under cover today. Looks like we will have a pitching change for the Devil Dogs. It's going to be Austin Dowdy who takes over after a great start by BJ. He'll be relieved here in the fifth. So while he gets a few tosses, we'll take this quick timeout. We'll play our billboard for our sponsors, and we'll come back in just a moment. Cedartown Youth Baseball opening day on the Big AA. You're listening to coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day on the Big AA. 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day on the Big AA is brought to you in part by State Representative Trey Kelly, Dave's Pre-Owned Super Center in Rockmart, Bojangles Restaurant, Martin Styling Center, Lester C. Lancey Funeral Home, Bussey's Florists and Gifts, Auto Medic, First Baptist Church of Cedartown, Greg Robertson Construction, Polk Memory Gardens, Adam Zucker Tire Company, Petro's Restaurant, Peach State Ford, Hughes Lawn Service, Andrews Tire and Wrecker Service, Ledbetter Insurance, Penny Pinchers, cost plus 10%, TNC Heating and Air, Livewire Surplus and Dingler Motor Company, Smith & Miller Funeral Home, Gammon, Anderson, McFall, and Villarreal, Hope Veterinary Care, Zorba's Restaurant, Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive, Croker's Hardware, Cedar Valley Golf Club, and Bradford's Drug Store. Welcome back here. The relief pitcher for the Devil Dogs is number 9, Austin Dowdy, after a good start there by B.J. Flemster, who will give way to Dowdy. His warm-up tosses. The Giants have taken the lead back here in the fifth inning. 3-2 the score. The clock is down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds, so this will definitely be the last inning as he completes another warm-up toss or two. And the umpire will head out to talk to the pitcher.
Yeah, he's going to talk to him about his jewelry around his neck. Go ahead and put that down in your shirt. So
go ahead and get used to that, because not only at this level, but at middle school and high school level, there's rules about that. And even in the pros, there's rules about that. Swung on and missed on a high pitch. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. So BJ was pulled in the middle of that at bat. Sorrell at the plate, swings and misses. It's 2-2. Russell Sorrell Jr. Nobody out and a run in. The pitcher, Austin Dowdy. The delivery is swung on and missed. He threw him something different, and that is strikeout, out number 1 here in the 5th.
Well, he did exactly what he was brought in to do. He took care of that batter.
3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. And he'll deliver that one outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes to number 1, Benjamin Brown. He did precisely what he was brought into. That was the first ball he threw just a moment ago. Dowdy delivers, and he'll drop in a breaking ball for a called strike. The pitch. Strike 2 call.
All right.
Well, maybe it's a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-2.
That's 2-2, yes.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 run in here for the Giants. The pitch is
on the inside.
Inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I know at this level you probably don't throw many curveballs and things like that. You're probably just kind of throwing. Strike 3 called, out number 2. But he's throwing well as Dowdy there coming in relief, and he's got 2 strikeouts as he comes in. So that'll be out number 2.
Yeah, I would say depending on the coach or even a parent, do you want your kid at this age throwing a curveball? I know I had friends growing up. We were throwing them and trying to throw them, and, so you have to be careful there because that arm's still developing at this age.
A 1 pitch to Jace is going to be outside ball 1. And the thing about the curveball is it puts a lot of stress on the elbow, and and you have to worry about that. What you don't want to happen, and really something we're seeing too much of these days is, kids in high school haven't had Tommy John surgery.
Absolutely, yeah.
That one is a strike called, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that can be career-ending too. You just are never the same really after that for the most part. Now, some of these pro athletes can come back and do fine, but the majority of people have a major surgery like that. They're not going to be to the level they once were.
Pitch was outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here you just develop the pitching strategy, and once you're at a certain level, you can try some breaking balls. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 3. But the Giants take the lead 3-2 as we will head to there's 25 seconds on the clock, and I believe we will play this bottom half of the inning here, and we'll see if the Devil Dogs can do it. Of course, it might be it. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they do that, Andrew, with 12 seconds left, if they'll go ahead and play it or line up.
We shall see. It's 1 second on the clock. And we will see what they do.
Yeah, I think the home team gets a final at bat.
I think they would, yeah. That would seem to be it. The Giants. Yep, so the Giants will take their defensive positions, and we'll try to close this one out. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back with the bottom half of the fifth as the Giants look to close this one. It's a 3-2 score. The Giants lead in the 12 and under game.
Your car is important to you, and when you bring your ride to Andrews Tire Company on East Avenue in Cedartown, it's important to them too. Andrews Tire is a family business owned and operated by people who care about you and your wheels. Complete service on your vehicle, including oil changes and fluids. Need new tires or just a flat fixed? Andrews Tire has you covered. They also have a fast wrecker service as well. Come see Tab, Cam, Julie, and all the staff at Andrews Tire Company, located at 1203 Rockmart Highway. Call them at 770-748-9493. Andrews Tire Company, where nothing's easy. Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown, across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Cedartown Youth Baseball coverage here on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340, and also Facebook Live and YouTube. Glad that you're along with us here as the Giants look to close this one out. And we may have a new pitcher on the – no, it looks like it's still going to be Trip Barker. He's pitched all 4 innings so far. And he's got himself a chance to win the game. Throw goes down to second base, and we are ready to go.
Yeah, the Devil Dogs, being the home team, have an opportunity to either tie or win this game in the bottom of the fifth. So with time expired already,
this is it no matter what happens. Batting for the Devil Dogs is Luis Barria, and he'll swing and miss. Nothing and 1 the count.
You know, at this age, Andrew, anything can happen, so
you never know.
You can get a score, 2 scores pretty quickly.
That one bounces up there, 1 ball, 1 strike. I was looking over toward the T-ball team, and the T-ball team, one of the teams is the Braves, and they're wearing the baby blue color with the old Indian logo the Braves used to have in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
I love that. He swings and misses. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes back to this 12 and under game.
Yeah, speaking of that, I was, I guess, down at Truist Park. Used to be SunTrust, now Truist Park, just the season before last that we didn't get to go to. And it was my first time back moving back to Georgia and being able to go down, seeing all those old uniforms there in the stadium. They have a display there that shows all of them. That's pretty neat to see.
That ball was fouled away down the right side. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A whole bunch of people here, folks. If you're wondering where everybody's at in town, they're here.
They are.
They are here at Northwest Park. 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Or they're going to be hitting some of those local restaurants that we've been talking about.
Oh, yes.
So.
Now, a few of them, a few of those are a few businesses are here with booths, and that's going to be fouled away. Good cut there by Barrera. It's 2-2. Games all day long here at Northwest Park, Burtwood Youth and Athletic Complex. Also at Biggers Field, Tom Biggers Field, and over at the Goodyear Park. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout and out number 1 here in the 5th. Good pitch there by Tripp. There's a pitch outside, ball 1, 1 ball, and no strikes the count. Not sure who that is at the plate. I'd have to see his number. He's in his stance. He's just ready to swing at it. 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss. It's number 4. think that is Blake Early, number 4.
Yeah.
No, it's Troy Partain, beg your pardon, Troy Partain. 1 ball, 1 strike as Troy has a 1-1 count, and he'll take one outside, ball 2.
Yeah, but they've probably been instructed, if it's close, you better be swinging. So.
Yes, indeed. Some excitement happening over on field or the field to our right. The pitch was outside. Now it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Field number 2 is on our right, and it's a 9-7 game in the 3rd inning. Very close one. That one chopped foul right side. Now count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Bottom half of the 5th, this will be the final inning. Clock has already expired. Second game today for the 12 and under will be approximately 2 p.m., so we'll have that for you when it starts. Payoff pitch. Just got a piece and stays alive and fouls it. Games at 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. for 12 and under, and the schedule very much the same for the other age groups. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2, and now the Devil Dogs are down to their final out. And Trip Barker has been pitching well, and he's got a chance to get the win here.
Yeah, absolutely. He has definitely taken care of business in this inning so far.
Pitch. Outside corner, called a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to just sit and watch them at this point in the game. The umpire is going to most likely call it there on that corner.
Pitch. That one inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is number 8, Blake Early, wearing the white hoodie. The 1-1 pitch to him. Strike 2 called, outside corner, and now the Giants are a strike away from getting an opening day win. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. And a good take there by the young man.
Yes.
And now a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and that's the ball game. As the Giants win an opening day, 3-2 your final score. And it was a great ball game between 2 great teams. So not a bad game to watch on your first day of baseball season 2021. The final score in the 12 and under game here, the first one of the season, it's the Giants 3 and the Devil Dogs 2. Chris, I know you got to go, and I appreciate your time this morning. I appreciate your help, and why don't you give us another plug for First Baptist before you leave?
Absolutely, Andrew. Thank you so much, man, for having me on here. It's been a pleasure. This is a great way to start the season. It was a great game, as you said. It's a privilege to be here and join you here in the booth to call the game. Look forward to coming back sometime very soon. I do want to just mention we are sponsoring today's activities at First Baptist Church here in Cedartown. If you don't have a church home, we'd love you to come and visit with us and join us sometime for worship on Sundays at 11 a.m. We have small group activities at 10 a.m. and we have midweek activities for our children and our student ministries. This takes place on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. There's a lot of fun happening, and we have a special invitation for April the 4th. We're going to be celebrating Easter, and so if you don't have a church home or you have family coming into town, we'd love you to come and worship with us as we are able to just celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So God bless each and every one of you, and we're thankful that we can take some time with you today.
Well, Chris, I know you're excited, as am I, that the fact that we're going to be able to celebrate Easter in church this year.
Yes, yes.
Because last year we weren't able to. I mean, we were still shut down at the time, and wherever you go to church, I know the excitement is there that we're going to be able to celebrate Easter with our congregations, and that's very exciting.
Yeah,
as well.
We counted a blessing any day that we're able to come,
No
and
doubt.
therefore several months last year unable to do that. But as you and I have been talking, things seem to be getting better. People are still, a little bit fearful of getting out, but we've put measures in place, trying to keep everybody as safe as possible as they come and attend worship each Sunday. So yeah, we'd love to have you, and would love to greet you in person. So if you do come, if you are a guest, love to make sure you come up and say hello to me so I can have an opportunity to introduce myself to you.
And Chris, again, thank you so much for being with us.
Brother, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It really has.
And thank you for all you do for us, and we do appreciate it. And again, your final, the Giants 3 and the Devil Dogs 2. I do believe the Giants will be playing again at 2 o'clock. One of the parents said that the schedule was changed, so we'll go with what they're saying, and we'll have that game coming up for you in a bit. Until then, we'll send it back to the radio station for a little bit of regular programming. We'll come back around 2 o'clock for our next game here on the Big Double A. Be sure to join us for Cedartown Youth Baseball right here on the Big Double A. You're listening to coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day on the Big Double A. 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Coverage of Cedartown Youth Baseball's opening day on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by State Representative Trey Kelly, Dave's Pre-Owned Super Center in Rockmart, Bojangles Restaurant, Martin Styling Center, Lester C. Lancey Funeral Home, Bussey's Florists and Gifts, Auto Medic, First Baptist Church of Cedartown, Greg Robertson Construction, Polk Memory Gardens, Adam Zucker Tire Company, Petro's Restaurant, Peach State Ford, Hughes Lawn Service, Andrews Tire and Wrecker Service, Ledbetter Insurance, Penny Pinchers, cost plus 10%, TNC Heating and Air, Livewire Surplus and Dingler Motor Company, Smith & Miller Funeral Home, Gammon Anderson McFall and Villarreal, Polk Veterinary Care, Zorba's Restaurant, Rudy Woods Appliance and Home Furnishings, Polk County Public Service, Cedartown Automotive, Croker's Hardware, Cedar Valley Golf Club, and Bradford's Drugstore.